everybody, welcome back to the big Timmy T Show. Today is our annual deer hunting episode. We're going to do a song for you today that I wrote called Big Buck Man. But before we get to it, hey, Junior, will you turn that spotlight off? You remember what the game warden told you last year? He said if he ever caught you with that spotlight again, he was going to put it someplace where all you had to do was open up your mouth the next time you wanted to spotlight anything. Alright folks, on our last show, I did a song I wrote called Ain't No Dust on My Willie. Now, I had a contest going where people had to guess how many Willie Nelson songs I used in writing that song. So today, I want to give congratulations out to old Doug Druck from Maineville, Ohio with the correct answer of 16 Willie Nelson songs. So Doug gets to win the t-shirt, plus, let's give a plug in for old Doug. Doug owns Druck Auto Service there at the crossroads in Maineville, right there behind the Village Diner. So folks, if you need your vehicle worked on, go in there and see old Doug Druck, tell him Timmy T sent you. And if you own a Dodge, you're in luck. Old Doug was born and raised in a junkyard. I'm just kidding there a little bit. He also works on Chevys, foreign vehicles, and he's also worked on my old Ford a couple of times. So go in there and see old Doug. If your engine's running rough, don't be shook. Just take that old jalopy and see old Doug Druck. Alright, speaking of Maineville, Ohio, I had an elderly lady call me the other day. Said, Timmy T, I'm having a Christmas party at my house this year, and I want to book the Timmy T Show to come and perform for my family and friends. I said, well ma'am, I normally don't do personal appearances. All I do is just do a little YouTube show and play with myself in the basement. And she said, but Timmy T, it's also my birthday, and all I want for my birthday is for Timmy T to come to my home and do a show. Well, I said, how much does it pay? She said, well, it doesn't pay anything, but it's all the food you can eat and all the beer you can drink. I got to think about that. I thought, well, you know, I'll probably be hungry that day. I'll need something to eat. So I said, yeah, I'll come on out and do your show. So my wife came home that evening, and I told her I was booked to do a show. She says, well, how much does it pay? I said, well, the woman said it was all the food I could eat and all the beer I could drink. Well, my wife started laughing. After about 10 minutes, she caught her breath. She started drying her eyes, and she says, well, I tell you one thing. If you book you for next year, they'll definitely pay you in cash. Alright, we're going to do a song here called The Big Buck Man, and it goes like this here. Since I saw my first deer when I was 3, I spent 100,000 hours sitting in these trees. I've shot does and ponds and shot twice before. I shot an 8-point buck in the yard next door. Neighbor girl thought I was pretty neat. She said, ooh, you got a lot of meat. Well, you can shoot 'em on the run up and down the hills. Nothing ever beats a nice clean kill. I met all my wives at the check-in stand. Something women like about a big buck man. Yeah, there's something women like about a big buck man. When I turned 18, I had some pretty good luck. My birthday, I shot a 10-point buck. I was cruising to town, and the first girl I seen was Bobby Joe Gentry, the homecoming queen. Jumped in my cab and looked back at my bed and said, ooh, he's got a pretty head. Well, you can shoot 'em on the run up and down the hills. Nothing ever beats a nice clean kill. Met all my wives at the check-in stand. Something women like about a big buck man. Yeah, there's something women like about a big buck man. opening morning, I can be found in my old tree stand at the edge of town, back into the spot by the old cornfield. You know my camo clothes can't hide my sex appeal. I've never had to wait in line at the check-in stand. Some women like about a big buck man. Well, you can shoot them on the run up and down the hills. Nothing ever beats a nice clean kill. Met all my wives at the check-in stand. Some women like about a big buck man. Yeah, there's some women like about a big buck man. Have a happy and safe hunting trip, and we'll see you all next time on the big show. Goodbye.